All right, same process. We are going to find the captain. We are going to label the sides. Then we will set up the trig. Getting tricky with it. Na. Hey. All right. So the captain is always going to be the angle literally labeled. The right angle will never be the captain. It will always be a given angle for you. And now we'll label the sides. The hypotenuse is across from the right angle. Adjacent, go back to your captain. The other side that is next to it will be adjacent. Then opposite will be across and on the other side of the captain. Now we need to figure out which trig function are we going to use. So you're looking for A, you're given H. So we have no information about O at all. So this is an A and H problem, since we want A and we were given H. So if I go over here, I see that A and H go with cosine. So this is going to be a cosine problem. So I'm going to write COS for cosine. You always put the captain angle right next to it. And cosine is always A over H. A over H. And then we could solve that to find that missing side. But my focus today is just on the setup. There'll be more support for solving. This is what a problem is realistically going to look like when you actually want to solve something in the real world or when you have an SAT type question. So we still need to find the captain angle. We still need to label the sides. Then we need to set up one trig fraction to solve for that missing side. So the first thing we need to figure out is which one is the captain angle. In this case, the captain angle is always going to be the angle that's literally labeled and given to you inside of the triangle as a little degree, 42 degrees. So 42 is automatically my captain. So now we'll label the sides. The hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. So I'll find my box and go across to the hypotenuse. Adjacent is another way to say next to the captain. So if I go to my captain, this side is the hypotenuse. This side, which has no information, is next to it, so it will be A. Then opposite is across from the captain angle. So we'll go across to the other side. So now, the toughest part about trigonometry is deciding, after you've labeled it all up, is this a sine, a cosine, or a tangent problem? And if you see here, this problem gave you information about the opposite side, and you want to find the hypotenuse. So in this case, A doesn't matter. You weren't given any information about it, and we're not trying to solve it. So this problem is only dealing with O and H. And if I go to my SOHCAHTOA, I see O and H are next to S, which stands for sine. So this is going to be a sine problem. So I'll put sine. You always put the captain angle right next to it, and we'll set up our fraction. But remember, I chose sine because you were given O, and we're finding H. And those two sides go with S for sine. And now I need to put O over H. O over H. 5 over X. And then we would need to solve from there. But for this video, we're just going to focus on the setups. There'll be another video to help us with all of the solving. So once again, we'll find the captain, label the sides, set up the trig. In this type of a problem, whatever angle is literally just chilling and given is your captain. The hypotenuse is across from the right angle. I'll go back to my captain. Adjacent is next to the captain. And then opposite is across on the other side from the captain. And now we'll set up our trig. This problem gave you A and you're finding O. We have no information about H. So this is an O and A problem. So if I go over here, O and A go for T for tangent. And so I'll set up a tan problem, put the captain next to it. And tangent is always O over A. O over A. And that setup, once we solve it, can be used to find that missing side.